Hey everybody, Vaughn here with the Vonster vlog, and welcome to day 17 of a year of yoga. We took it really easy yesterday with just some breathing exercises, and that I think that was all I had in me to offer myself and y'all. So, but we are back on the mat today, getting some movement medicine going, getting some blood flowing, and getting our endorphins, all that good stuff. It's so good. Even whenever I'm having hard days, I think it's a good idea to just exercise anyways. And I think I had a blowout. Yep, the elastic on my shirt done gave out on me. Well, give me a sec. Maybe I have scissors. Yeah, I got scissors. There we go. Oh, that'll work. Okay. So, costume malfunction diverted. We're going to be beginning in forward fold today. So, we are not locking our knees, but we are engaging our whole body, balancing on the four corners of our feet. Inhale and exhale, coming forward, leading with our collarbones. And we can meet our hands on our thighs, on a chair, on blocks, or on the ground. Getting some nice stretch going. I do like rocking forward and back on my feet, but you may find movement that is ideal for you in this position, or even just stillness. And also, whenever I find myself locking out my knees, I'll go ahead and just bend them a bit, just to keep my attention there. Make sure I'm not doing any harm to my knees. Finding an ease and a comfort in our breath. If you're noticing that, pardon me, if you're noticing that your breath is coming a little more difficult, go ahead and get some blocks. Make room for your lungs to be able to expand fully. And if we aren't as far today as what we were yesterday into the depth of the stretch, or if we're not able to hold it for as long or anything like that, that's all just our ego in the way. Just do the thing and enjoy doing the thing as it is in this moment. Very good. Okay, from forward bend, we will be coming down into garland pose, which we may actually use some blocks stacked up underneath our booty. My blocks are a little too far forward on that one. There we go. I find 3 blocks is an excellent height for me, but you experiment until you find what works for you. Possibly even like a little ottoman or something might be perfect, but I just want to come down and start building into being able to, we can kind of lean forward on our blocks a little bit and put more of the weight through our feet, and really open up our hips a little bit. It's by providing the support of the blocks, we're able to focus on different things. Inhale and exhale. Grow and radiate up and out. And keeping that upward growth, widen and deepen into your hip stretch. And now from here, we are going to just rock forward in a scooch mode block. scooching my blocks off of my mat, we will come now into cat-cow, putting our hips above our knees below our hips, I suppose, and our hands below our shoulders, but forward just a little bit. And initiating that movement from our tailbone, let's explore the full range of motion of our spine today. Inhaling into cow, exhaling into cat. I'm really feeling it down the front of my core today. There we are. Now from here, we will be coming into plank. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling, coming into downward facing dog. Oh yeah. Oh, that's nice. Really radiating our pelvis and bringing, our tailbone to the sky helps to open through our hamstrings and calves. Okay, now from here, we can lift our right leg into a three-legged dog, and then bring our knee into the center here. Do some shifting around, make some room for your body, and we will meet in pigeon pose. Really feeling a stretch on my outer buttocks through where my sciatic nerve travels. And now from here, I actually want to show you guys, I'm going to come out of the position for just a moment to grab my blocks, because they can be very, very helpful. Okay, coming back around. We could just use our blocks to raise the ground to our hands, to make a little bit more space that way. Still getting a perfectly deep stretch through my hip, as well as my hip flexor on my left leg, and experiencing some space and growth out of the crown of my head. And we can also use a third block to prop up our hip a little bit if you need to help keeping you from like rolling off to one side. I know it's something that happens to me quite a bit. And so by changing the block placement and shifting small details about this posture around, I'm now experiencing the stretch more in my abs than I am through my hips. So there's a lot of different ways that we can take the same postures and accomplish pretty different things. But always, through all of it, we should be seeking ease of breath. Very good. Okay, scooching my blocks out of the way. We can also just come down to rest over our leg. I'm using the blocks here to raise the ground up to my elbows, trying to make sure I'm growing through the crown of my head. I'm not hunched over and collapsed in. I'm radiating. And we can even ground through the top of our left leg and engage that and really get some energy going there. Okay, so now we'll scooch those blocks out of the way. Bringing our leg back. Oh, that's pretty good stuff. And we are going to lower down into Cobra. Inhaling, exhaling, raising up with minimal support from our arms. And then pushing up the rest of the way, but still engaging our back. Just because we're using our arms to help doesn't mean we stop pulling up with our back. Like, I want it to be where if we let go with our arms, we're not just collapsing out of the movement. And from here, we will push back up into plank. I'm going to start my left leg out straight. Inhale, exhale into plank. Inhale, exhale into downward facing dog. There we go. Oh, that's such a good stretch. On the exhale, I'm shifting my right foot in a bit to provide more balance as I lift my back leg. And then bringing that knee up and in towards my chest. And resting my leg on the ground in front of me, shifting around however I need. I'm going to use my blocks here. And grounding through the top of my right leg. Really getting a nice stretch up through just everything. Like, I just feel tight everywhere on this side. But I'm going to, if you want a deeper stretch too through your hip, you can bring your leg more parallel to the top edge of your mat. But I'm not quite there today. I think I'm just right here, and that's all right. Shifting my blocks around. Finding that ease of breath. One more. Very cool. Shifting our blocks out of the way. Coming up on my back right toes. Just making space to be able to pull my leg out. Inhale. Exhale into Cobra. Inhaling. And exhaling, we lift with very minimal aid of our arms. Inhale and exhale, pushing in deeper into Cobra. And my heart, y'all, is pounding. And that's okay. From here, I'm going to rock back and sit on my feet for just a moment. It is warm in the living room today. Yeah, my heart feels like it is pounding. It's just at 90 beats per minute, but just really that rush of, like shaky energy, like feeling very, very alive, very energized. Even though I feel like it kicked my butt, it's still, we can experience both at the same time. So I just crossed my ankles and rolled back. And now we are going to be finishing up today with bridge, where it's very important that we do not turn our head for the sake of our neck and spinal column whenever we're in bridge pose. But then we'll be shifting from bridge into reclined hero. And from reclined hero, we are adding in the laying twist. So I'm excited to get started with that. Oh, just rolling on down. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. What? Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Ooh, keep rolling, rolling, rolling. You got this. Oh my gosh, I'm so dead. It's fine. Sometimes you might just need to lay here. Oh, in a little bit of a corpse pose. Okay. So, resurrecting ourselves out of corpse pose. I'm going to be holding on to my mat. And I'm kind of just positioning my shoulder blades so that they've moved down my back. They're not there. If I spread my arms overhead, my shoulders are not crowded by my ears. So we can move our shoulder blades up our back, and that does crowd things. So just lifting my torso off the ground just enough that I can move my shoulder blades down my back really helps make a big difference, I think, in bridge pose. Okay, moving my heels towards my buttocks. I'm going to inhale and exhaling, pushing up, focusing on those glutes, raising my hip flexors to the sky, really pushing down, not just through my heels, but through my toes and my shoulder blades, making contact to the ground as well. There we are, and now we will curve our spine and lower just one vertebrae at a time until our tailbone kisses the earth. So now from here, for reclined hero, I'm actually going to just roll kind of off to one side, like a very graceful walrus. Yeah. And I've propped myself up a bit, and I'm just going to bring my left leg down behind me, and then start to lower back down. Very, very tight today. That's all right, though. Making sure as we find that tightness, don't just clench your breath and push into it. Sit at that edge and breathe into it. So as we inhale, we come out of it and exhale as we deepen. Inhale, give ourselves some relief. Exhale gently. I also like to, once I get into that stretch, inhale and exhale there at the, okay, I've stepped out of my comfort zone. Just right where it's, not twinging, nothing painful, just, oh yeah, that's a stretch. Just take a few breaths there and let your body know that this is okay. Unless it's not okay, in which case ease out of it. But more than anything, listen to your body, listen to your intuition. You know yourself better than anyone. There we go. Very good. So now, just going to release from that, kind of shifting my weight over to the other side, bringing my right leg back, lowering down. Oh yeah, that's pretty nice. Oh, especially whenever you can engage your glute and really push that hip forward and get such a deep stretch through the whole top of your thigh. So now from here, we're going to push up out of this. And I'm just coming forward a bit because I would like to experiment and see how we are doing at actual reclined hero where we have both legs in under us. Still really tight, but feels pretty good to be here. And from here, we can tuck and engage our pelvis. So it looks like nothing else is going on, but I've got a huge internal difference between just hanging out and engaging those glutes. There we are, coming back up out of it, reclining back onto our booties again. We are going to get into a super juicy laying twist. So, getting our bums in position. Rolling down. Elongating. Oh, that's so nice. And exhale, we can bring our right knee towards our chest. Inhale and exhale. I am just going to shift around so that my knee is crossing over my body. And I'm looking back over my right hand. Or just looking at the ceiling. You may not even do that much. You may be okay just right here. But if you want to add more layers of complexity to it, you can start extending things. Now we're going to roll back onto our back. Kind of shifting my hips around, making sure everything's sitting kind of nice. Okay. Inhaling. Exhaling, bringing our knee into our chest. Inhale. And exhale over. You could place your foot on top of some blocks or something. That way it's not just floating. That is really wringing that sponge out for me. So now, just laying flat for a little bit. Corpse pose. We can make little circles with our feet to take care of our ankles. We do the same thing with our hands, changing directions as we feel. Very cool. And then we can find a moment of stillness. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me today. I cannot believe we've completed day 17 of a year of yoga. That is so cool, you guys. I really look forward to hearing from y'all down in the comment section. If you have any questions or ideas or, just anything, I love hearing from y'all. How was your practice today? What kind of day do you have ahead of you? So coming up out of it, we can either, hop right back into it and roll up and pop up and everything, or we can kind of, roll over. Do the graceful walrus thing. Ooh, my mat slit. There we go. And we did it, you guys. Thank you again so much for hanging out with me. I will see y'all tomorrow. So until then, keep on keeping on. Bye.